People Station V103, home of the Ryan Cameron Morning Show with Wanda Smith, DJ Kash, the Fly Haitian Kid. I'm in the building. And today, we got a very, 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 very special guest. And like I said, we're ready.
Ready.
We're ready.
Ready.
We're ready.
Ready.
We're ready.
Ready.
Bunji Garlin in the building. Bunji, I can't tell you how excited I am to see you here with us today in Atlanta. I'm at a loss for words for you to bless us with your presence. Nah, but everything good?
Yeah, everything is good. Everything is, yeah.
Mad.
Yeah.
So, Differentology. I know you're probably tired of speaking about Differentology, but that song, I think, is one of those songs that will never, ever die.
Well, we hope so.
Right.
We hope so. I mean, all this will be a waste.
Right.
But it has been an incredible journey to see where the song started from. I mean, this was released November 7th, 2012.
Mad.
We're in 2014 now.
Mad.
And it seems as though this it has now grown its wings to really take off as it should, as a song should. We are looking at it. We're excited. I mean, we're holding the calm demeanor.
Right.
But inward, we are really screaming and shouting because this is somewhat in a lot of people's mind. This is somewhat like taboo.
Right.
For soca music, that a song like could leave the shores of during the carnival era, and transcend the waters and go all over the world.
Right.
It also sends a message of hope, not only for Trinidad and Tobago, but I guess for the whole West Indian community.
Right.
And not necessarily only soca music as well, because the West Indian community encompasses a lot of different, different types and genres,
right,
subgenres and vibes and things. And whenever a Caribbean face is put out there versus the world, that face, whether you think you represent your own place where you come from, you actually represent the whole region.
Right.
We may speak with different dialects and stuff like that, but we have the same traits, same beliefs, same creed.
Right. Exactly. And
one is representative of all. So this is a case where we really trying our best to be as diligent as we could be with it.
Right.
Because whatever I do or whatever Faye does or whatever who else on the forefront does could put a certain look or a certain light upon those coming.
Right.
You act a fool with it now and they label all Caribbean artists.
Right.
Act a fool when they get a breakthrough. You act cool or you show some sort of sense. They realize, hey, some of them actually know what they're doing and some of them have thought process. So this is what the mission is about. This is the journey that we observe and we try our best to really go forward. Right.
It's interesting you say that because in some ways you are, even though soca music has been around for hundreds of years, right? But in some ways you are the first introduction to soca music to some people, because some people, like, some of my coworkers have never really listened to soca, but they hear Differentology and they love that song, and they are now into soca music. They come to me and say, "How come you never told me? When did soca start? Is this something new?" And But in some ways, you are the introduction to them to soca music. Right. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, and I'm glad you said that, because too, about just Caribbean music in general. You have every couple years or so, reggae seems to have that one crossover hit. You know what I mean? It seems to have that one tune that everybody know, whatever. Why do you think soca has such a hard time of doing that?
I like explaining this part. And I hope I don't get into trouble. I think this is there may be many explanations for reasons why, and all may be right. I think it is based upon everyone's own personal view. What I'm about to say, this is my view.
Right.
My observation. What I see and what I saw as well is the climax or the highlight of soca music.
Right.
Our festivities is based around is our cultural background is carnival. So our high point of with the music and everything is getting on the road, for the celebration.
Right.
Costumes and outfits like that. What we tend to see happening is that because this is the main, what everyone is looking forward to. All the artists, or most of the artists, tend to generate and structure their music towards that moment.
Right, gotcha.
And some completely forget that when this moment passes, what is going to happen to the music that was dedicated to this moment.
Right.
You know, like you have a song that dedicated to Olympics. When the Olympics is gone, according to how the song is structured, that song is gone too.
Right,
Unless it's
exactly.
a song that is created to, you know, it encourage people in life itself, and they tie it in to the
Right.
activity. It's the same thing happens with Carnival and with soca music. We dedicate the music so strongly towards our time of festivities that it stays right there.
Right.
When the season goes to sleep, the music goes to sleep as well. So what myself, Faye and Lions as well, and our team, what we started doing, we started looking for ways that the music has not trod already.
Right.
Avenues that it never walked already.
Right.
And it does not necessarily mean the route of Differentology. Differentology has created its own journey. You know, big up to VP Records for coming on board and helping, pushing, and steering it down the road.
Right.
That song is doing what it is already doing. There's no need to go and do a Differentology part 2, 3, or 4.
Right.
Now we need to find another way. What also helped reggae music as opposed to the soca music, the variety of topics.
Right.
Because we can't have 100 or 1,000 artists, and all of us want to sing the exact same thing right? For the exact same occasion and expect a different result.
Right.
Right? Now, if you look at the international hits coming from Jamaica, you could, you know, the topics somewhat vary.
Right. They talk about love, partying, everything. Right.
Which is something that we need to do. We have artists that are doing it, but they always get overshadowed by the moment
Right.
of
Carnival.
festival
Right. Right.
You know, so all these songs with encouraging people to live nice and to live in harmony and to live good and to do this and to do that. It plays for a while, and then when the climax is about to come, all that is gone.
Right.
And we don't apply the common sense into thinking, well, hey, all right, now that the hype moment is done, let's revive some of these songs that we had put to rest that could, you know, continue to give people some hope, continue to encourage people to do good things when the day comes, encourage people to do this, do that. You know, we just leave it and think, well, the season is done, so this whole catalog of this year's music is done.
Right.
Put it to rest. And if we had done that with Differentology, that we would not have been here now.
Right.
But the song was so strong that it basically pushed and broke its way and forced its way through every barrier. So I think now, what we have discovered is, I don't want to go out on a limb and sound bossy or anything and say that we found a recipe. But I think
No, you could be bossy. You could be.
No,
The song is mad, veteran. You could be bossy.
I think what we have discovered is the fact that we are able to do this music in many other different ways.
Right.
Get it to reach people that we never knew it could reach.
Right.
It's just up to us, the artists, on a whole, to harness that moment and be brave about it.
Right.
And don't think. And you see, this is when it's what separates artists from artists.
Right.
Artistic and really creative people. Those that are extremely creative, we have no fear of ridicule.
Right.
Anytime you do something different, you stand a chance of being mashed, trod upon. It's like, what you're doing makes no sense.
Right.
People fear change.
Yeah, and in the beginning, everybody hates everything you do in the beginning anyway. You know what I mean?
And because it's a society that we don't like to feel like you're on the end of the other end of the border.
Right.
So no one really wants to take that chance. So we try to, you know, we work within the comfort zone, and it's all cool. But then, what good does it do for you, and what good does it do for everyone else?
Right.
If we all want to stay within this little corner pocket, we need to venture out. Some of us look, and that's why we have this aggressive movement. You know, the whole Ground Empire team, Asylum Vikings, myself, Faye and Lions, the whole squad. We are an aggressive movement.
Right.
And aggressive not in a violent way, but aggressive in the way of we go to this territory that doesn't know soca music. We take the stage, we take the microphone, we present ourselves as though we exist here for, and you know us for the longest while.
Right.
Because only two things could happen when you bring something new. Is either you like it or you don't like it.
Right.
Nothing different. And when you like it, it just works better for us. When you don't like it, it still works good for us because you're going to go into a debate of why you don't like it. And when you spend all the time debating about why you don't like it,
Right.
you know about this new music that we wanted you to know about anyway.
Right. So you know too, what I love too though with the Differentology too is like you work with Major Lazer, you know what I mean? Which because in reggae you always see the mainstream artists when they have when that one tune comes over, the mainstream artists start working with the reggae artists and things like that. You know what I mean? So that was really different in my eyes to see somebody like major a crossover group like Major Lazer. For you to work with them too, you think that had a lot of
that had a lot to do with it.
Right.
It definitely. Every development with this song, every new person it meets, has a part to play in its continuous growth and journey.
Right.
Major Lazer played a huge part in terms of it reaching to different audiences in the world that we may not necessarily have been hired by a promoter to come to.
Right.
Right? Because they touch some very extreme spots too. Anyone who knows Major Lazer.
Right.
They touch some places that you never even heard of.
Right. And still have 30,000 people there.
And then, for them to play Differentology as one of the main songs, as a must-play song in their set, everywhere they go. And of course, they from the shows, they put the whole YouTube performance up, and then they have the mix CDs out, and people are able to listen to all the songs in the set, and people handpick the songs that they like. And to see Differentology gather that kind of momentum when they went to Ultra,
right,
Coachella,
right,
here and there and everywhere, and it was incredible
right.
to see that movement, and it was much more, in my mind, an incredible moment for soca music,
right?
Because we don't normally see these things happening. I will say this in every interview that I do till I die. We could check our international hits from the beginning of the existence of our music to now.
Wow.
And it wouldn't be my full 10 fingers.
I think only maybe 5.
8 fingers, 2 times.
8. Right.
So you check from the first song that sold 1 million copies in the world.
Right.
There you.
Right. Is it right?
Calypso, the first song to sell 1 million copies.
Right.
From that, you go to Rum and Coca-Cola, which was in those movies.
Right.
From Rum and Coca-Cola, you go to Who Let the Dogs Out.
Right.
Not from Rum and Coca-Cola, you go to Hot Hot Hot.
Hot, right? Yeah, right.
Then from Hot Hot Hot, you go to Who Let the Dogs Out. Then from Who Let the Dogs Out.
Who Let the Dogs Out was a big tune. You know what I mean? Right.
Then from there you go to Kevin Little, Rupee.
Right.
Then from Kevin Little, Rupee, Differentology.
Right.
Right.
I'm Haitian, so what about Passe?
Yeah,
that was the big tune. Right. International. Right.
We only amount to 8 or 9.
Right.
Right. And this is a music that existing for about a century or more.
Right.
Right. So that alone in itself says something. But I always say, if you look at the songs that made the cross and the reasons why they crossed, should tell the story. Each one of them had a topic that people could relate to, that anyone from around the world could just hear it once.
Right. Exactly.
Which is a key component.
Right.
In a hit, in any musical hit from any part of the world. That's why you can have a Latin song, pure Spanish.
Right.
In an English speaking.
Right.
So these are the things that we are looking at right now, and now that hopefully we have, and what back home, I have realized, we have realized that the topics that the artists use now is becoming a broader scope of things now.
Right.
As opposed to everyone dedicating music to Carnival itself.
Right.
We have those that do for Carnival music, but then you have the Raga Soca type artists and the Pop Soca type artists that are able to touch different types of topics.
Right.
They may not get the main play that they should because they're doing something different to contemporary soca.
Gotcha.
So they may not get the chance now, but they will get the chance because I didn't get my chance when I came on the scene in 1999. But I kept going at it, and believing in myself, and I got my chance.
Mad. So yo, Bunji Garlin in the studio with us right now. Crazy. We're gonna, if you want to see more of the interview, the live interview, make sure you go on the website v-103.com. Because we can sit here and talk about it all day. You know what I'm saying? And just so you know, Differentology is like my intro music to life. Like, that can be used for anything. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? When I'm getting ready in the morning, ready. Ready when I'm getting ready to play, we're ready. When I hear the station, that's like my theme music. But I appreciate you coming through, man, representing Atlanta. I know when they log on to that website and they see the rest of the live interviews, even going to be even madder, even sicker. So, yeah, I appreciate you coming through, Bedrin. And because, you know, a lot of artists kind of, I guess, look at Atlanta and they probably see like there's not a large Caribbean presence here, but, you know,
doesn't matter.
We appreciate it.
People are people.
And we're ready.
Ready.
We're ready. V-103.com to check it out. DJ Kash, Fly Haitian Kid, Bunji Garlin. Where can they find you at?
Well, you can catch me all over the world, first of all.
Right.
You know, hit me up on Twitter, Instagram, you know, BunjiGarlin. Our website is going to be up very soon, www.groundempire.com, which is the home of, you know, Asylum Vikings, Bunji Garlin, Fair and Lions, one of the most, how to put it, one of the fiercest female entertainers in Trinidad
Mad.
and in soca, and very fearless. You know, home of the Asylum Vikings. We also have our own company that I should say, you know, Mime Limited, where we have under the guidance and the build of the Vice Queen of the company, the CEO of Fairlands.
Right.
What we did is we have our own company now where we manage our own, you know, our own shelves, our own bookings.
Right.
Right. Studio segments, everything, even other artists.
Mad.
Under our management now, and more will be there soon. So we have a whole empire called the Ground Empire. Keep it right there. And as I said, just follow us on the media streams.
Mad.
And you will see us. We're all over the place. We're busy. Vikings.
Mad. Bunji Garlin, DJ Kash, People Station, V103.